Crocosquirrel, and welcome once again to SquirrelPlay Live, where we take all of the weirdest games and play them for you just to see what happens. Uh, not as much variety in the show tonight, at least not thus far. But I think we can actually fix that. As of right now, I have beginner's guide, and we're going to start a new run through 9 hours, 9 persons, 9 doors. But in between there, we're going to see what we can do about picking something out of the collection or somebody else or somebody's stuff here to take a poke at. So we're going to see how that works. Maybe we'll get there, maybe we won't. Haven't gotten any new keys in the last few days, so it's going to be kind of a thing. All right. Yes. Beware of dominions. The moderators have their power, and I generally don't muck with them when they use it, unless there's something like really squirrely going around, and I trust my moderators. I doubt they're going to abuse power. And now Cat is going to put up rules: no kicking, biting, or trolling. No discrimination. That goes any which way you want to cut it. I don't care if you think that some other guy is racist because he's white, and that you can't be because you're whatever. I don't really care. You're still discriminating against that person, and you're gone. The mods are my minions. Their word is law. It is law unless I say otherwise, and quite frankly, I generally don't. Rule 4: don't be stupid. This should go without saying. If you're being a twerp, I'm gonna kick. We're gonna give you the boot. Respect the other chatters, and no politics and religion. Those two go kind of hand in hand with some of the others. But what am I? Am I not on my normal voice? I must be on the Marine again. Hang on, let me just get that out here. Boop. Let me just check the voice effects. Oh, I did have it
on the Marine. I'm sorry. My bad. Okay, all fixed. So, that's kind of the deal. Break the deal, face the wheel. Okay, so I did actually fire up the beginner's guide for a couple of minutes to get some of the settings straightened out and make sure nothing was going to explode immediately. But other than that, I have not actually touched it. I'll be looking at it for the first time right along with the rest of you. This is the way things usually go, unless I've already played it on a stream prior. I have several other games right here on top, and we will see what we can see. There may be some going on here, and all right. So, all right. So, without further ado, let's break out the beginner's guide. And while we're doing the beginner's guide, I will challenge all of you listening to the sound of my voice, which is probably about 3 people on the high side, to take a dig at my Steam library and see if there's anything in there that you want to see. Because if there's a game in my library that you want to see played, we'll go. We may actually go for it if we can get some kind of a consensus or something that I really want to see again. If by some chance you do not see one you want to see and you have some other idea in mind, then by all means you are welcome to donate it. I will more than happily take that. And as is the general rule on the channel, if you buy it, I will play it. Period. That is the front and back of that particular conversation. Unless you tell me not to, in which case I'll probably play it anyway. If you want to remain anonymous, I will. That is certainly allowed for. There are some donation links down at the bottom, including my Steam profile. I do generally accept friend requests. I'm nowhere near my limit, so we're all good there. All right then. So, how about the beginner's guide? Now this was done. This was done a couple of years ago by the same guy that put together the Stanley Parable, and that's really as much as I know. I haven't seen very much of it. I haven't played any of it, and it is made by a company called Everything Unlimited Limited, which is absolutely fantastic, and probably pretty much a lot of what our friend Mr. Reedon stands for. Now that frame rate is way too friggin' high, and that's a bit loud. So let's get the audio turned down a little bit. Okay. I actually have audio options in the machine, so hey Wolf, welcome to the stream. YouTube Reaper. We're gonna play the beginner's guide of 220 frames per second. Which, given the nature of my potato, is actually damned rare. Okay, the chapter select should be empty. We just have an intro. And we begin the game as to begin the game. Okay, it hasn't said, doesn't stop. Okay, there we go. Please make sure audio is on. You guys having a hard time hearing it? WASD and left click. Fair enough. I'm guessing Davey took off our. I'm guessing old Davey Reedon took off the jump ability.
Hi there. Thank you very much for playing the Beginner's Guide. My name is Davey Reedon. I wrote the Stanley Parable, and while that game tells a pretty absurd story, today I'm going to tell you about a series of events that happened between 2008 and 2011.
Okay.
We're going to look at the games made by a friend of mine named Coda. Now, these games mean a lot to me. I met Coda in early 2009 at a time when I was really struggling with some personal stuff, and his work pointed me in a very powerful direction. I found it to be a good reference point for the kinds of creative works that I wanted to make. So just to start you off, this is I think, the first game he ever made. It's a level for Counter-Strike. You can walk around here, by the way. And mostly it's just
Thank you, I will.
Coda learning the basics of building a 3D environment.
Okay, I've seen that kind of thing
Even
before.
though he starts from the simple aesthetic of a desert town, he then scatters these colorful abstract blobs and impossible floating crates around the level.
Of course he does.
And of course, it destroys the illusion that this actually is a desert town, and instead this level becomes a kind of calling card from its creator. It's like a reminder that this video game was constructed by a real person.
You think?
And it kind of makes you wonder, what was going through his head as he was building this? This is what
I don't want textures for those boxes. That was what was
I
going.
mean, not that they're all fascinating as games, but that they are all going to give us access to their creator.
Well, that's the way the world
I want us
works.
to see past the games themselves. I want to get to know who this human being really is. And that's exactly what we're going to do here.
Oh, goody.
So, it's 2008, Coda starts making these games, and he never releases any of them. He doesn't put them onto the internet, he just makes them and then immediately abandons them, and they sit on his computer forever. And
Alright, options. Audio. Let's turn that up a little bit. Realizing that I'm not on speakers anymore, I'm on my headset, so I don't necessarily know.
I think he really understood this image of himself as a recluse. At one point, he jokingly renamed his computer's recycling bin to Important Games Folder. So, you know, this was just how he worked. He tended to crank them out one after the other without even really pausing to try to understand what he had just made. Until suddenly one day...
Hey Sam, welcome to the
just
stream.
stopped. In 2011, that was it. He made his last game, and then he hasn't made another one since.
I wonder why.
And that's why I've taken this opportunity to gather all of his work together, is because I find his games powerful and interesting, and I'd like this collection to reach him, to maybe encourage him to start creating again. And if the people like you who play this also happen to find his work interesting, then I'm sure it'll just send that much stronger of a message of encouragement to Coda. So thanks for joining me on this. If you have a particular interpretation that I haven't mentioned here, or if you just need to get in touch, you can email me at daveyWreden@gmail.com.
Cool.
Okay, that's about it for introduction.
Oh.
Let's take a look at Coda's first proper game. As each game is loading, I'll show you the date that it was completed. This first one was made in November 2008.
Okay. Fair enough. Okay. It's a white room with stuff over here.
Warning. Whisper machine active. Ship destruction imminent.
Ooh.
This game is called Escape from Whisper.
Oh,
and it's
push.
one of the more generic games you'll see from Coda.
It's a shooter. I can't get through there. So I have to swing around to here. And I got this one on Humble Bundle as part of the most recent, as part of Humble Bundle 17. I didn't get the whole bundle. I didn't go for the $10 one. But I got this one because it was on the $1 level.
Security hold breached. Hostile alien life inbound.
Hey there, Tom. Tom, welcome to the stream. We're going through the beginner's
It kinda
guide.
looks like this game was abandoned mid-development.
Yeah, probably.
For instance, you have this gun, which you'd think would indicate that there are supposed to be monsters or enemies somewhere, but then clearly there are no enemies anywhere. You can't even reload the gun when you run out of bullets. But ultimately we don't really know. Maybe Coda thought that actually it was complete the way that it is. And I think that we should talk about his games for what they are, rather than for what they're
So
not.
why are you lecturing me? Go away.
Force neutralized. Begin ship evacuation.
I love how you can see the bottom of the universe from this room.
Yep. That should be the way out and is not. Okay. So he's going to make commentary as I go through some of these
Apparently this space station has a labyrinth on it.
because labyrinth.
Sure.
Yeah, why not?
There's really no reason for it that I've ever been able to discern, so in the interest of time, I'm just gonna skip you on past it.
Oh, don't do that. I was having fun with that, damn it.
Okay, this is the part that's interesting.
Is it?
The game has this narrative about the whisper machine and how it has to be turned off, and then you get to the engine room.
Hey, you there, in the engine room. You could save us all. That beam is powering the whisper machine. We could disrupt it by introducing a great enough heat signature.
Me like my body.
Your body could stop the beam.
Yup.
It's so much to ask, but for all of our lives, would you do it? Could you give yourself?
Open the door. Boop. There we go. I'm all set now.
Let me pause here for a second. What you just experienced, stepping into the beam and then dying, is probably what Coda had initially intended when he was developing this level. But when he first compiles and plays it, something goes wrong. There's a bug somewhere. And this is what happens instead.
Really? Can I jump back in here too? Ooh. Ooh. Ooh, fun. Wow, I get to look out here and... Oh, now we can get to see what the labyrinths actually look
The beam
like.
causes you to start floating.
Well,
And this is an
so what?
important moment for him. Because yes, this is technically a glitch, but Coda
Bottom of the
identifies
universe.
something human about it. Like how small it makes you feel in the face of this larger chaotic system. Or this floating could be the afterlife, a peaceful place, juxtaposed against all of the hysteria that you've just had to traverse.
Yeah, no.
I don't even know. I have no idea what he was thinking, but what's clear is that after making this, something lodges itself in his brain. He wants to do more of these really weird and experimental designs. So he stops work on this and moves on to a stream of tiny little games that go in all sorts of directions.
I can't
Let's go
understand
ahead
that.
and take a look at the first game he made after leaving this one behind.
Okay. The past was behind her. Is it in front of her now? Okay, I cannot move. I can jump, but I cannot move.
So try walking backwards. Yep, in this game you can only walk backwards.
Okay. Yeah, the philosophical assertions are absolutely fantastic here. I don't think Davey knows what he's talking about.
So it's a short and relatively minimalist experiment combining motion and narrative. It is less advanced than the previous game, but actually it seems to be more focused, more complete. Code is trying to give it a unique voice rather than simply basing it on a pre-existing trope.
Okay, but you're not doing a very good job of that. But if the future is always behind her, how will she find the strength to confront it? Now,
It's a short little thought, it says what it wants to say, and then it ends. Didn't need anything more than that. Which to me is why it works, because it gets out quick. Okay, next one.
Okay, cannot walk off the path. You are now entering the dark.
And that's it. Okay, the meaning of this game won't be clear just yet. Please be patient with me for a few more games, and I promise you'll see what makes it interesting.
Okay, if you insist. Well, this is only supposed to run about an hour and a half total, so we're going to see.
Oftentimes, Coda would put bizarre titles like this one at the start of his games. I wish I'd known him at the time that he was making these early games. He would really only talk to me about his work as he was making it. Once he stopped work on a game, like, that was it. It was dead to him. And I don't agree with that at all, but what are you gonna do? Once you've been slowed to an absolute crawl, the door at the top of the stairs opens. So why, if Coda's not showing these games to anyone, why bother opening the door at all? Well, to show you, I'm modifying the game here so that when you press enter, it'll bring you back up to full speed so you can enter the door for yourself.
Okay. Yes, I am an impatient Crocosquirrel.
A room that's warm and nice and filled with little ideas for games.
Okay.
Coda would often tell me that he didn't mind if people thought of him as cold or distant. He said that he knew that he was actually a vibrant and compassionate person, but that it takes time to really see that. It can be a very slow climb to get there.
Well, yeah. I wouldn't actually mind making something like that just to kind of store all the ideas in. Again, I've seen better texture work, just not frequently. At least in sort of cheap games. I'm kind of wondering what Davey was thinking with this.
Well, this is new for Coda. It's an actual puzzle. Go ahead and see if you can solve it.
Okay. Is there there's not a switch on this side. So there must be something somewhere I can get to.
don't forget that solution, because we're going to see this puzzle again soon.
Okay.
You're going to see it a lot.
3 dots. Three dots over there. 1, 2, 3. That took me a second to work out. Okay, we have room with some nice
that
lighting
seems to be
effects.
it, right? You walk down a corridor, you solve the puzzle, you get to the end. Simple enough. Alright, now I'm going to modify the game again, so that when you press enter, it'll remove all of the walls from this room.
Okay. Oh, there's like way more here than that. He like built a huge level here.
How about that? There was more to it than we had any way of knowing. I actually find it funny that this game comes after the Stairs game, since they essentially convey the opposite idea. So, in the Stairs game, a dull exterior concealed a rich interior. And then, in this level, a dull interior hides this fantastic outer world. Either way, I think that the point is the same, is that most of the time you don't get to know what you're missing, or even that you're missing anything. That's not your role as a player.
Obviously
So
not.
if your role here is not to understand, then what is it?
Okay, and you're just gonna take it away from me now. You are now exiting. Can't go that way?
Aha. So, this, combined with the entering game from earlier, tells us that Coda believes his games are connected somehow. It could even be that the Stairs game and the puzzle game are literally connected in between this and the entering game. There's a bigger picture that all of his games are meant to play a role in, some larger meaning that we won't be able to grasp until we've seen all of them. And once we have, we can step back and start to understand what exactly that bigger picture is.
Except now we're listening to your narrative on this thing, which might have actually been, which if we could do this without your voice, it might actually work better. What story does it tell by itself? Okay. Davey's doing a thing here.
Let's
and
talk about video game development for a second. Every
Sure.
video game runs on what's called an engine, which determines what the game can and cannot do. So in other words, the engine is a set of tools for game development.
Right. Okay, fine. Be that way. Oh, you actually
To
stopped
make
talking
all
now.
of these games,
God damn it.
Coda is using an engine called Source.
Yeah, we know
Like all
about it.
engines, Source has certain things that it does well, and it has certain things that it does poorly. One of the things that it does very well is boxy linear corridors.
And that's because
That's
it's
why
old.
so many of Coda's games are set in these large, flat, empty rooms, is just because he's working with what the engine does well.
Yes. And if he does it, and if he does something else, it
The
won't
tools
work as
available
well.
to the creator shape what kinds of creative work they're going to end up making. You might consider paying attention to the architecture in Coda's games, to notice how they seem to stem from an engine that's very good at producing linear, boxy corridors.
We all saw Half-Life and Half-Life 2. Thanks. We already know this. At least I think everybody here has seen Half-Life and Half-Life 2. Oh. I'm almost afraid to go over there because he's just going to start talking again. But I'm wasting time, so let's go. Okay. A lot of these, some of the Streetwise Fool, okay? It does those things very well. It does those chairs very well. And that umbrella looks just like it came out of Half-Life yesterday. So I suppose this goes in here, and now we have stairs down. But I'm not going there. I'm going to go check in here first. Because I can't check in there. Woohoo! Okay. So we have a lot of linearity to this, and there doesn't appear to really be a reason for it. Yes, it does box the linear corridors quite well, but it... Get back up there, you. We're going to run back down here again. Oh, I see what's going on. That's actually not a chunk of floor. Can we go here? Can we go here? Nope, nope, nope. Damn. Coda, you suck. Okay. Let's go. Then we get down here and you got a bunch of blocksy stuff. And a bunch of 3D platforming, which if you do it wrong, is going to get screwed up. We're supposed to get there from here, so we might as well get on it. Now I'm going to fall. Because falling is fun, and I have no control whatsoever. Oh, well, okay, fine. If you're going to be like that, then be like that. I can't go through there. Oh, at least you bothered to make the wall visible. And we can't get to that thing in the center. Okay. Poke my nose in the corners. Check the temperature again. And this looks like cattle pens. Now this is actually something that should terrify people. Oh, and we can't go back now. Outstanding. Yeah, it's Davey Reed, and he's talking about his friend Coda that helped him learn how to make the games he wants to make. Or figure out the kinds of games that he wants to make. And now he's busy herding us into a prison.
Funny enough, in Coda's original design, the doors stayed shut for a full hour before letting you go. If you don't mind, I think we're gonna skip that.
Yeah, I think we should.
This is something that he and I used to argue about a lot. You know, whether a game ought to actually be playable. Whether it means anything if no one can get through it. And I would always defend that, you know, all this work goes into the game, why not make it playable and accessible?
That would be a good
so
question.
we just got into heated arguments over it, and there was one time that after one of these conversations, he went home, and a day or two later, he sent me a zip file entitled Playable Games that was full of hundreds of individual games, each of which was just an empty box that you walked around in, and nothing else.
Yeah, okay.
I played every single one of those just to find out if there was like a gag hidden somewhere.
There wasn't.
There wasn't.
Okay, can't go that way, and I'm betting I can't go that way either. So I'm going to have to jump down this other staircase to see what goes on. Nope. Okay. Down the stairs. Okay. Now I can understand why a lot of people didn't like this game. Yeah, I'm not too afraid to jump down straight away. I was just checking to see if there's anything else to explore. Because frankly, that's probably the best we're going to get out of this game. But I paid less. But by the time it was all over, I paid about $1 for it. So I really don't care that much. And by the time the Humble Bundle's done, I'll have paid less than that.
It's the puzzle again, with the exact same solution as the last time.
But you didn't need to tell me that.
There's still no clear indication of what makes this puzzle so special that Coda is going to return to it over and over.
Because it's actually a puzzle that requires a little bit of thought.
Very shortly.
It's actually a puzzle that requires a little bit of thought. You have to throw what you know of physics. You know, two objects cannot occupy the same space at the same time in order to grasp how the hell to solve the puzzle. You have to think some manner of squirrely sideways, or you're never going to get it. These guys just say, listen, Listen, speak, listen.
Here, Coda begins using a kind of dialogue system that he fashioned out of the engine's chat capabilities. Use the 1, 2, 3 buttons on your keyboard to respond.
We have to escape the prison. Okay. Yes, that's actually, Tom, that's exactly right. You have to take the risk that you're not going to be able to get back and that you've just screwed yourself on a permanent basis. There was a little invisible wall right about there, and it wouldn't let me go through on that side, but it did this side. I don't know what it thinks it was on about, but whatever it is, it's trying to keep me from going in there. And now we're going to go back into the same room, and now we know why they. Don't think too hard about it. Oh, of course I will. We're going to go back to that puzzle. Doop 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 doop. Down the stairs we go.
And so we make one last descent down to the final floor of the level.
You didn't need to tell me that, Davey. It really does, you know, some of your detractors are correct. It really does sound like you're whining here. And the in and out jerking around motion that goes on in between is kind of not cool either.
It's a lamppost. Okay, I can't tell you quite why, but for some reason Coda fixates on this lamppost. It's going to appear at the end of every single one of his games from here on out. I'll tell you what I think. I think that up to this point, you know, he's been making really strange and abstract games with no clear purpose, and maybe you can only float around in that headspace for so long. Because now he wants something to hold on to. He wants a reference point. He wants the work to be leading to something. He wants a destination, which is what this lamppost is. It's a destination.
Okay.
We're going to see it in the work as well. His games are just going to become a lot more cohesive, a lot more fully developed, with more of a clear idea behind them.
So why haven't you beaten him over the head with a stick?
That idea will get clearer and clearer and clearer.
You were actually going to get a real game at the end? That would be good. This game is connected to the internet. As you walk around, you can leave notes. All the notes you see are left by other players. Well, yippee. Okay. Nice room. Not. Okay, it's a room. Not great in the texturing. I've seen that wood paneling somewhere before. Oh, right, last time.
So first off, I'm sure you can deduce this, but this game is not connected to the internet. All of the notes that you're going to see have been written by Coda. This was actually the first game of his that I ever played. This was shortly after I met him at a weekend game jam in Sacramento, where I grew up. I saw him working on this very level, and it was just so different from anything that anyone else was doing. So right away I was like, I have to be friends with this person.
Oh, you don't.
In retrospect, I think I was probably a bit too pushy, trying to get his attention. I was over-enthusiastic. But he was very gracious about it and very patient with me.
Well, that's because you were 5
I
years old.
pulled off eventually. Oh, feel free to skip over any of these notes if they're not doing anything for you. Nothing extra is going to happen if you read all of them. Either way, to me they convey a sense of loneliness. I see this person who's filled with thoughts and feelings and beliefs and has no way to express them except as scattered and unheard voices in a game that wasn't meant to be played.
Well, how is
But it's ironic, isn't it? That in playing this game and seeing how alone Coda often felt, that we get to know him better and actually kind of connect with him. And I have to be honest with you, this idea is really seductive to me.
So make
That I
this
could
game.
just play someone's game and see the voices in their head and get to know them better and have to do less of the messy in-person socializing. I could just get to know you through your work. I think this is why I always liked Coda's games so much, is because it felt like they let me have that connection. I felt as though
This
he was
is-
inviting me personally
yeah, Eggplant.
into his world.
This is the beginner's guide, and we are currently into chapter 8 of about 15 or 20. We're listening to Davey Reedon yammer on about about his experiences with the person that actually made these kind of semi games. And currently, I'm just kind of working through them because this is a thing that I actually wanted to see. Kind of the inside of somebody else's headspace when they make games. To a point, I'm kind of wondering why I really wanted to do this, but it is what it is. If there is anybody hanging around that is not particularly interested in this, or wants to see something else that's in my collection, please feel free. Go have a look. I have a whole pile of games on Steam. I've got a bunch of PlayStation 2, PlayStation 3 games that I could play or what have you if you guys want to see something different. Davey Reedon is the guy that wrote the Stanley Parable. The original Stanley Parable was developed in Source and was considerably less complete than the upgraded version that he did later. And I'm completely okay with the idea that he did that. And Coda's story here is quite amusing. But I kind of wonder why Davey is telling us what he thinks this all is, as opposed to what this thing could actually mean. And on the bottom, at the very end of all of this, kind of where he thinks Coda was actually going with this, because Coda doesn't actually make games anymore. He stopped making them altogether in 2011 and never went back. It's now 2016, and he's been out of the game for 5 years, and I don't know what the guy had in mind. I can see what he was doing and why he might be doing it, but it doesn't seem like it would be horrifyingly productive to put things together like this. I'm trying to figure out what the guy was getting at here, but we'll figure that out in a bit. We're going to go ahead and continue.
And then I feel less lonely too.
You feel less lonely too. Okay. Moving on. We're not going to read all of those notes. We don't have any way to do that. There's way too many of them anyway. Open Sesame. Base game includes door. Cannot open door things. Door how open? Need other side. Why you so? Yeah. This guy apparently did lots of really weird, wacky shit. Like put a bunch of comments all over there, all over Hell and Gone, when you really couldn't even get to them. This is where I get off. I failed to write anything here. Yeah, kind of a bunch of trolley comments he put in. I could probably make that jump. I'm just not sure I want to. Because right this minute, I don't think I care enough. It does not matter if you ever get over there. Well, fine. I don't have to. It's not going to destroy my day if I don't. It might be amusing to go. It's not going to endanger my sense of self-worth if I don't see all of these. Don't listen to the other notes. Haha. But this is actually very much different from all the other stuff that I've done over the last while and a half. I thought it might actually make a fun change. I like the way they make all kinds of little noises when you activate them. Kevin Ships Our Nation. Yeah, Coda wrote all of these notes, and apparently he had quite a lot to say because I haven't seen a tenth of them. He's very down on himself, apparently. I beat the game! No, you didn't. Because the game's not over yet. Davey hasn't said it's over. Ooh, look down there. Think I'd survive that drop? Nope. Not going to, because
at the end of this level, we're going to see the puzzle again. And here, I'll tell you what I think the puzzle means. Each of these games represents an idea that was on Coda's mind at the time that he was making it. And the puzzle is a way of closing the door on a previous chapter of his life before moving on to the next one. In each of his games, after exploring a theme that, he might find difficult, Coda can then place this puzzle that he knows has a reliable solution, he understands exactly how it works, and so it gives him a simple mechanism for moving on.
Help! Help! Second door won't open. Shit, how do you solve it? Developers answers, please. Okay.
And because there's this dark area between the doors, a space between spaces, before you move on, you get to pause. Just for a moment, a few seconds to reflect on and let go of the events that led you here. To step back and connect the pieces together. To grasp at that elusive bigger picture.
And now we're out of here. Look, it's a million typewriters. Why aren't there a million monkeys? Shoosh.
Okay, this one is tough. It's gonna kind of just spin its own wheels for a few minutes. Hang with it.
Okay. Fun map spaces. I like that. Okay. I'd be willing to bet there's not a woman dancing down here, despite the fact that it sounds like a porn. Despite the fact that it sounds like a strip club. I'm not sure he's so much a game designer as he's a level designer. No, that's Digital Homicides Writers Department. it's the typewriters that sound like a mess. How? Oops! What the hell is this shit?
See, like, this is it. The whole game. And there's nothing that's particularly interesting about it. You just walk to the end of a hallway. Except, for some reason, Coda gets really fixated on this prison that has all of this modern furniture. And I don't know why, but he decides he needs to revisit this prison. He's gonna start over, use the same assets, turn it into something else. Okay, cool. Here's version 2.
Okay. Let's do that. How about a TV with some surround? Let's do the huge picture of the horse. Tesla coils are always fun. That's not a Tesla coil. We have a table. Okay.
There's a bit more to this one, but still, it's not really communicating anything. It's kind of just weird for weirdness' sake.
What's wrong with that? Make a little... He's made a maze for us out of...
So, okay, he throws it out and starts over. This time he comes at the prison idea from a different direction.
I was having fun with that. The whole idea that there's like a level design with just the various bits of furniture. Okay, floor lamp off and then back on. The left side sofa, which is going to be this one, we move it over a little bit. Or does he mean this side? He can't mean that side. Finally touch the shelves. Now, what is with
And
this?
of course, now the table is gone and you can't begin the chain of events to escape.
Of course not.
Here's a version where there are no bars, but you can't actually get to the well. And then a version where the inside of the prison is the outside and the outside is the inside. Let me just blink you real quick through a few more of these. I mean, he really unloaded on this prison idea. There's nearly a dozen. Personally, I think it's awful to watch this. To see a person basically unraveling through their work. And for what? Like, at what point do you just go, maybe there are game ideas other than this prison that I could be working on? But Coda doesn't have that voice telling you to stop. That particular mechanism of defense against yourself. Without it, you just spiral.
You don't know that.
And so he keeps going and going and going and going and going. And then he hits on something. And he likes it. And that's it. He's done. He stops making prisons. This is the very last version of the prison game that he created, and the reason I think it works is that the prison is not actually in it.
What? Davey, you're on crack. What have you been smoking and where can I avoid it? Okay, can't go that way. Lots of boxes, textured, look like hedgerows. And here's your telephone booth with the lamppost, of course. The prisoner was actually behind. The prison was actually behind us.
It's a conversation. And so this is what Coda wants, is to be able to talk to someone, to share what's on his mind, and to get some good advice from someone who knows. But the irony is that even in this scenario, you're still talking to yourself. You know, all of these games so far are Coda talking to himself.
Ugh. That would be one hell of a cocktail. This might actually be the kernel of something really interesting, but
I can see why he considers this a fitting conclusion to the prison games. After all of the obsession and frustration, just to be told by someone you can trust that things are going to be okay.
why would you
Wouldn't
trust
that be
yourself in
nice?
that situation? Now that game was just bad, there, Cat.
So what would it look like if Coda wanted to make a game about talking to someone other than himself?
It would look like that. It would look like this, and I'll come back to chapter 10 some other day when I can just kind of dig through here. So has anybody found us an alternative that might actually work? This game actually runs. A lot of people were complaining that it was crashy, but I haven't had any problems with it yet. But ugh. I don't think I can take a whole lot more of this, especially not that I'm only about halfway through the game at this point, and we've been at it an hour. He says it's going to be about. He says it should take about an hour and a half to get through it. I'm just tired of listening to his voice at this point. So, does anybody have any other suggestions? Come on, TomTom, Sam, Crypto, Reaper, Cat. Somebody give me something. Because I could totally break out. Totally break out 999 right now and be much happier than I am right now. Wow. I'm confused. Wow. Yeah, well, I found out about that game from Jim Sterling. I didn't think it was. I thought he was maybe being not nice about it, which is generally his want. But no, it was pretty horrible. All right, while you guys look, I'm going to go do things that every animal does, and I shall return momentarily. Crypto wants to go back to 9 hours, 9 hours, 9 persons, 9 doors. We're gonna try. We're gonna start the safe end this time, I think. TomTom has no input, but you can have a look at my Steam library. It should be easy. It should be easy to find. If you need my profile link, it is in the description. If you guys don't come up with something, then we'll switch to 999 when I get back or something. All right, I'll be back in a moment. We'll kill this mic. You guys entertain yourselves for a couple minutes. Okay, Catherine, it depends on what you mean. It depends on which game you mean. I could get set up for I could get set up for the first game quickly enough. It would take me probably about 4 minutes to get that sorted. The second game kind of would probably depends quite a bit on the first, so I'm not sure. If I had the first X-Blaze game on Steam, then that would probably work a bit better as far as setup goes, but it would still require downloading. So kind of 6 to 1, half as the other. If you want to look at the one at the second game, then I could probably fire it up fairly quickly, but you might not have the whole story. Cthulhu Saves the World was actually a blast. But then again, it's another one of those. It's going to take a little while, so. But I only have the second X-Blaze on Steam. I'd have to get the first. I'd have to break out the first. I'd have to do a little bit of twitching to get the second one up and running. Let's get the first one up and running. Yeah, I could do that. It wouldn't be that hard. It's pretty much just a few clicks, and the magic controller thingy here, and we could probably talk through that. But that's up to you guys. If you guys want to see that, I'll be more than happy to pull it out. I also have a pile of PlayStation 2, and PlayStation 3 games other than that we could work with too. So it's kind of a 6 of one, half a dozen of the other. Anything you want to try. And believe me, I've got more of those types of games than I can shake sticks at. It's one of the reasons I wanted a capture card, because I could actually run through a whole bunch of them. It's too bad I don't have the original Monster Rancher. I'd have to get that one from eBay, but that was actually a really fun little game. As was the second Monster Rancher game, which may or may not work. I don't know. I'd have to try it. So you know what? Let's try that. Let me just grab the capture card here real quick. There we go. Wow, that's loud. Let's see if I can find the volume control for that. There's got to be a way to do that. Let me just move this over here real quick so we can see, or so I can see what you guys are having to say. Come on, give it to me. I did say where we were stopped with X-Blaze. Yes, I did. It was the last thing I did before I shut it down. Come on. Give me a signal. There it goes. Okay. I want this. Video settings, music settings. And I don't think there's actually a way for me to cut down the No, that's not what I want. That's not what I want either. I don't think there may not be a way to lower to actually cut the volume for. All right, let's do this. What did I do with? There it is. I want to show you guys a PlayStation game that that's been out for a number of years now, and I think I might actually have a copy of it right back around in here somewhere. By the way, this game, this capture card will also work for the 360. And I have a few games for that. Not anything really special, not anything really nifty, but enough to make things kind of semi worth it. Let's see, what did I do with it? Because I think you guys might actually like this. That's the worst PlayStation game ever, RPG ever made, Grand Stream Saga. And what did I do with? Got to be in here somewhere. With Breath of Fire 3, some of the Tomb Raider games, Tenchu, Final Fantasy games, lots of those. There's Wild Arms 2. What did I do with it? It's in here somewhere. I know they're here somewhere. Actually, I have Chrono Cross 2 and Chrono Trigger. Azure Dreams, that was a fun little game too. Could it be towards the front? I think it is, actually. Because it was actually one of the better games. And therefore, it got a slot up front, I think. Maybe? Maybe not. We'll see. There's Wild Arms 3, 4, and 5. Along with Alter Code F. Oh, here it is. Because it was in with Monster Rancher 3 and 4. Let's go ahead and pop that in and see if it flies. Now this game may or may not work properly, and if it doesn't, of course, we're going to go on to something else. But the Monster Rancher concept was kind of interesting. I don't have a lot in terms of discs, in terms of actual CDs, right where I can lay my hands on them. Here we go. And of course, this machine plays all of the PlayStation games, the entire library from 1 to 3. Wow, that's loud. I turn my headphones down a little bit. Turn that down just a bit. If you're using headphones, this might actually be a little loud. And this was made by Tecmo many years ago. We're going to get a little bit of backstory here. In terms of the OP. Now, this was the days before they had big music videos for OP, so it's not actually. Believe it or not, it's actually my PlayStation 3. I have a PS3 unit. This is an original PlayStation game. So any PlayStation 3 would play this, but the one I have is one of the 60 gig units that was originally released, and as a result, I have not only this, but I have PlayStation 2 capability as well. And the concept behind Monster Rancher is that you're trying to raise monsters and fight them in an arena, kind of a Pokemon before Pokemon thing, except that to get new monsters, rather than go running around everywhere, the CDs, DVDs, etc. that are in your collection actually have are actually where you get the monsters. It is a PS1 game, yes, Tom. Which means this one will only actually read CDs. And I don't have any, I may or may not have any handy. I used to have a whole bunch of music CDs and shit. But oftentimes, the kind of monsters on a CD is actually apropos of what the CD actually is. I might have a few CDs here. Yeah, these are CDs, but they're all game CDs. I don't know, maybe they'll work. I can at least show you how it works, so. Okay. Assuming, of course, that the game works. New game. An evil yellow Geodude. Actually, he's a gel monster. I think it's gel. Hello. Please sign in. Please sign your name here. What do I call it? What do I call this trainer? Because whatever it is, they're gonna wind up calling me that for the rest of the freaking game. Come on, chat. You guys can handle this. Most of these discs are newer than the game, so probably not going to be anything spectacular on them. Well, we're going to have that again. Okay. Call the poor guy Sonia. Usually at a game like this, I'd refer to myself as Spartan, but I've got lots of characters here, so. Actually, let's try this. U-I-R-R-E. Ah! I'm one character short. Actually, let's see if we can back that up just a hair. No, that's not what I want. K-W-E-R-L. There, Crocosquirrel. And yes, I have had to do that for some things. And we're going to make a nail, so yeah. There you go. Nixon. Now we're going to answer some personality questions. Let's see. We got 10 questions, and we're going to all yes and no. If I have to choose, I like spring better than winter. Chat? This part's at least working. Last time I fed this into a PlayStation 2 unit, it said it told me to go fuck myself. Before I could say, which was really annoying. My copy of Suikoden 2 did something similar, except that it waited much later. Yes or no? Okay. Crypto says winter. So that would be a no. Okay, Tom says spring. Do we have at least one more vote? Winter for Kete. How about you, Wolf? Now, for the record, Wolf, I try not to. Okay, so now we're 2 for 2. We're 2 and 2. I try not to emulate when I can avoid it. If I've got hardware to do it with, I'll just do that. Which is another thing. Tom may have you there. Tom may have you there, Cat. I have a valuable friend who I never betray. Yes. When I am ordered to do something I like, I'm confused. I wouldn't find that confusing. How about everybody else? My general thing would be to say, okay, I'm on it, let's go. So are we confused or not? It depends on the kitty. Okay? So I have a no vote. No confusion. That's two for that. One more no vote and I hit the button. Okay, so nope. Sometimes I wake up in the middle of the night and cannot go back to sleep. That's usually not a problem for me. I usually don't wake up in the middle of the night. I'm usually going to bed at what most people consider the middle of the night, or even later most times. We're starting to get false dawn about at sometimes of the year. Did I confuse you guys, Tom? That's not cool. I should stop doing that. Okay, 2 yes votes, not for crypto. That's 3 yes votes, let's go. 5. In order to truly succeed, sometimes you need to make a risky choice. Generally, I would say yes. If you're going to get anywhere in the universe, you would really... Taking a risk is actually almost a requirement. You know, like that first stream since the move. That was a risk and a half. There's at least 5 of you. We should be able to get... okay. Before I start proceeding with something, I should make sure it's safe. Yes, what does it say about our ability to take risks? Okay, Crypto says yes. And while we get some other votes, I'm going to take my meds. Because that's the thing that has to happen. Okay, for Kete it would depend on what, I'm not sure, but it will depend. Okay, so now Kid says no. Okay, and I'm not sure if she's saying no to be contrary or to be contrary at crypto or because she actually thinks no. I'm going to assume it's because she actually thinks no. Okay, so we now have 3 yes votes. I'm the type of person who saves his favorite food until last. No, I generally tend to eat towards the middle because I'm weird like that. Where's my sticky wing thing? It's right there. Good, good, good. She's been... Catherine, her cat there jumps into abysses. That's always hilarious. All right. Check ye olde blood sugar. Well, you guys work this one. Okay. No, yes. 266 is bad. So I'm actually going to have to get up in a couple of minutes and go get some insulin. Huh. So I assume that's a no from Tom Tom. Okay. Alright, I've got looks like 2 no and 1 yes. So we're going to go with no. My dream can be realized as long as I do my best to achieve it. The yes folks were just about done. Some out. Okay, I have a type 2 yes votes. And no votes. Okay. The yeses have it. Once I determine to determine a goal, I must accomplish that goal no matter what. My goal to get a first generation Pixie to S rank? Yeah, that might be good. Alright, let's see what that is. Alright, so I've got 3 no's already. So I'm guessing that'll probably hold. I have never lied in my entire life. Oh boy. That's an invitation to a lie if I've never heard one. Mostly no. Yeah, that's probably not the only honest answer there is in that. That's it. Alright. Right here a bit. Hello, Crocosquirrel. Thank you for waiting. And here's Kolsha. Well, unfortunately, a no answer means you've lied at least once in your life. Hey, Mello, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. We're poking around at Monster Rancher 2 for right now. And hopefully it actually decides to work. We're done. Is it going to load? That's the question. It loaded! Woohoo! The market has 3 different types. Come on, Reaper. Okay, the zoom is kind of a dragony dinosaur-y thing. In the first Monster Rancher game, it was a dino. The Suezo, of course, and then the Mochi. Suezo is exactly what it looks like. Mochis are actually common. They are the most common type of monster. Zooms are a little harder to get hold of on most discs. And, of course, yeah, the Suezo is just the Suezo. Suezos tend to be obnoxious. Fine, we'll take that one because we actually got here. Or something. There we go. Here's the monster summoning ritual. Isn't he cute? So what do we want to call it? We have to name each monster, so we're probably going to take us. This is probably going to take us a while. So let's name the let's name our Zoom, a little dinosaur dragon-looking thing. And while you guys come up with a name for this poor creature, I'm gonna go get that. I'm gonna go get that insulin. Alright, that's 2 votes for Mello. Alright, let's go to the shrine real quick. Or no, it's not the shrine we wanted. This is Crocosquirrel, a trainer! Haha! This game is actually on the first PlayStation, believe it or not. Monster Ranchers 3, 4, and Evo were on PlayStation 2 and 3. Or PlayStation 2. There hasn't been one of these in quite a while. Yeah, I'm actually probably gonna drop him off at the lab. Probably gonna drop him off at the lab and see if I can't find something else in on whatever discs I happen to have handy. Then mix him in with whatever it is. Okay, off to the lab. Yep, the lab. Hold on. You'll find out. We're going to freeze our friend here. Hey, Mello, don't... Just be glad I haven't hit that button yet. That's not what I wanted. All right, let's go back. Let's go to the shrine here. What do you want? We can do a disc stone or a slate. Let's start with the disc stone since... Okay, so now we're going to eject this disc. We're going to set it down nicely. And then I'm going to grab one of these. Oh, open says me. Let's get something that isn't actually a DVD for starts. Alright, Dungeon Siege might work. Let's see. PC game disc. And it doesn't really matter what the disc is. As long as it's a compact disc, in this case, it will have a, it'll have some sort of thing. And this process actually took forever on the original PlayStation. So. Yes, he's currently frozen, and we're gonna... Oh! That's gonna be something interesting. That'll be interesting later. I'm not sure what that's actually gonna turn out. Let's try some other discs then. Note to self, Dungeon Siege PC Disc 2 is actually something, what might actually be something cool. Okay, here's a copy of Dark Star 1. Oh. I have to pull the disc out first. By the way, that also includes the Monster Rancher, the actual game disc. Okay, let's swap that back in there. Here's the big moment. Apparently, it was something at least valid for for this point in the game. So, ooh, what are you? I don't remember who you are. You won't be dead. Sure. We'll name this one Teeny. And the reason is because if you like sneeze on it, it'll die. Okay. Doesn't tell me anything. It's Hopper Tiger, which means actually 2 of these we could actually get a proper tiger out of it, which would be good. Freeze this one. I'm going to show you the combined system. Oh, Chishmello, we'll have another one here. But we don't have any other items, so. Might get a Dotsonair out of it. A Skipper, Hopper. We might actually get a Tiger. A Houndsaurian. We're kind of hoping for the Dotsonair, actually. Yep, we got it. That is entirely too perfect. Not great in the life and power. Nice intelligence and good and some decent skill. There you go. There we go. All set. Now we have Mellow 2.0. File. Let's save before we go anywhere. Ah, shit. Now that's what I was doing wrong. Hey, Steve. Welcome to the stream. We're just kind of kicking back and having some fun with some Monster Rancher at the moment. Yes, that's right. We're playing video games because that's actually a fun thing to do. Let's go to the ranch. Let's see if we can actually get to the ranch now. I'm actually right here, Steve. What's going on, man? Long time no visit. I thought I'd start streaming games for a while. Maybe a 10 minutes video or 3 just to kind of round out the time. What you been up to aside from beating up on Neffy? Let's see. Fish is good, not expensive. Cup jelly is kind of spendy. Meat they like a lot, but it's really expensive. They don't like this stuff, and it's really expensive, but it does work. So. Oh wow, that could actually be fun there, Steve. I'm actually here starting at midnight Pacific, at least 5 days a week. So to play video games and doing fun things. So what do we want to feed this thing? I have not picked up Girl Amazon Survival yet, Mello. I was debating it, but if I do that, then it's probably strictly for the purposes of hammering it. Yeah, I saw you've been making the occasional vid about Ronnie. Yes, I am Lord Crocosquirrel now. I decided that being the annoying atheist wasn't working, and it was throwing off all the folks that were actually watching the gaming content, so... Yes, I am the dreaded Lord Crocosquirrel. Yes, and King Crocoduck is actually well aware of me. I poked my nose into a couple of his videos recently, too. King Crocoduck is a science defender. He is actually studying. Last I heard, he was studying to being an astrophysicist. And I've talked to King Crocoduck a couple of times too. We have mail. Okay, so we have a number of things that we can do here. Oh, outstanding! Good to hear. Actually, Steve, if you look at my history, my sub-history, you'll find that since the beginning of the year, I'm actually down about 8,500 subs. I was almost to 4,000 before I took the Internet Aristocrat videos down, and then I really more or less stopped making atheist content altogether. But at that point, I'd already been almost a year without making a video, so I started putting live streams together, I want to say in March, mostly on gaming topics. Kat and I do a little bit of anti-feminism stuff once a week. We've been picking on Anita Sarkeesian of late. Mellow 2.0 is the combination of Mellow and the little thingy that I picked up. Well, you're doing better than I am on the Patreon department, because I have nobody. I have no patrons at all. Okay. And that is Mellow 2.0, because Mellow is like that. Okay, so So we have several options for training. We can do drills. He can run around and raise his power, or just so he can study and get his intelligence up. Dodge, shooting things, and okay, Cat. So what the hell was that in the stream earlier today? Yeah, sometimes a little luck is required, other times maybe not so much. It is called the 999 Beginner's Guide because the two games that I knew I was going to play tonight are 9 Hours, 9 Persons, 9 Doors, and the Beginner's Guide. And then we have Errantry, which takes a whole month. Yes, I'm a nutcase. That should be plainly obvious from the footage of a PlayStation game, an originally a PlayStation game, on a channel in 2016. Because current year. Do please, because I actually do some fun stuff. We talk occasionally, on rare occasions, we talk a little bit of politics, or religion, or kind of current events while we're doing some of these. I've not been doing any real exciting games lately, but it gives me more of a chance to interact with the audience, rather than take up all of my time and all of my concentration, what little I have, trying to keep myself alive on screen. So oh, he wants round 2. Well, he's gonna be yeah, I'm guessing Jay is gonna get screwed again. I'm not sure it's so much competition as it is just just kind of a chill conversation there, Mr. Mello. Well, if you want to turn it into a fracas, we could do that. I just don't want to. From 5 different sites, it costs $2,000, but alright. Jay Hall's a creationist. Alright, speed in life, we don't need the skill in life, intelligence in life. Well, we could go with intelligence, I suppose. These are kind of entertaining. He's racing the monkey and taunting the monkey. But after you've seen these, again, once you've been playing this game for a while and you've seen these like 20 times, then it kind of it gets old. Well, those typically happen sometime on Wednesday afternoon, Steve. Either at noon or like this next time we're gonna have a guest with us that we're gonna have a guest with us from Australia, so gonna get bonked on the nose, Tiger. Nope, you failed. Or not. Oh, crunch. I don't think Isaiah's gonna get Eric Hovind back. Because if I remember listening to that correctly, Eric Hovind got his ass kicked and was very offended. Fail. You fail. Top hats and champagne. Guess we're going to scold it. So we're not going to give it some rest right now. Note that its loyalty went up even though I scolded it. It's because it knew it hadn't done the thing the way it was supposed to. And yeah, it's just like raising any child, really. Okay. So we're going to drop this out here. It's been an hour. And we are going to start in on 9 hours, 9 persons, 9 doors. Okay, let me just grab the clicky here. Click, click. Okay. And now I can switch the monitor back because reasons. Don't check. No signal on HDMI 1. Don't do that to me. Come on, machine. Don't do this to me today. There we go. That's better. Alright, now that we're all set up, I'll just move the chat back out here to the screen. I'd tell you to smack him, Mello. I really would. Let me just get this up and running. Yeah, I cleaned up the desktop because that's a thing. Actually, I have an extended desktop. There's a bit more on the other side, but I tend not to show that to the audience because reasons. Let's see. What was I looking? Oh, that's right. I want this. That unholy. Get on there, you. You are not supposed to do that. Cable hates me, I swear. Pick something. Thank you. All right. So, we are going to start out again from where we got to last night. Actually, I liked it. I like it too. It's got that attitude thing going on, and of course, it fills space that I have not been using that I wouldn't otherwise be using. So, Wait, what? Why is that not... Why am I not getting desktop audio now? Probably because I have my shit turned down. There we go. But her legs are the best part. God damn it. The hell do you think you're doing, machine? I think I might actually have a bad cable, because it wasn't doing this earlier. Okay, as you know, as everybody knows, yesterday was the coffin end. Yeah, well, the idea of pissing off Anita is actually an attractive one sometimes. I will have to do that here. Actually, believe it or not, your best bet is to send it to my email. Get what? Honestly, it's not her legs that really get my attention the most, anyway. They are nice legs, I'll give them that. Yes, we get to do some skippy things here because we've already been through this a couple times. If you don't, there's an email address on my about page that works just as well. In fact, to a large degree, it works better. Grab my thingy over here, my little note thingy. Okay, here we go. And the red one was 7485. We're actually gonna start working on the safe ending, which is the ending we actually need to head up to catch the true ending when we want it. some red key cards, and now we're going to go open the blue suitcase, which is 0263. Alright, thanks Steve, I'll check that out in a little bit. Probably while everybody else is trying to help make a decision here. Yep, okay, have fun man, don't hurt yourself. You don't be a stranger either. You know where to find me, I'm not hard. We already know what the digital roots are, and we know how to get the hell out of this room. Yes, I'm holding the skip button down. When his eyes met hers. Keep going, because I'm not actually watching any. We're not reading any of this again. We already know who you people are, so let's move. Let's keep moving. Now I remember where it was I saw you from, Tom Tom. Alright, come on. Come on, Ninth Man. Oh, I have no idea how many times Dwight died. I know Zaxter's killed Dwight more often than not. And that's Zaxter alone. Are you talking about... Oh, that guy? This is only his third death. He could die up to 6 times before we've seen everything. Yeah, actually, it seemed to me like we could. Yeah, I've seen you at Steve's a couple times. Okay, one of these. We have to pick one of those. I haven't been in one of Steve's hangouts in months. Okay. Okay. There's a couple of short YouTube videos, looks like. Alright, so who are we going to use? Ace and Lotus, Snake and 7, Santa and June. I'm all for using someone we've already used once, if only because reasons. Okay, Crypto wants to read. Anybody else? You guys got 30 seconds. Oh no, I could go back any time. That's pretty much the way it. I can go back any time because I've already made it very clear that the world is not 6,000 years old. And we have all kinds of proof. We have all kinds of evidence to prove it. Yes, yes. We'll get the heavy cream out in a little while. All right, Snake and 7 it is. Oh, nope. Wrong object. One plus 4 equals 5. Yes, it does. Every time. Yeah. And here's where the controller comes in handy, because I can just push the left button or the right button and it just keeps moving. Everyone that verified had to go. And I got a gold star again. Do the folks that actually want to be in, the folks that want to participate in Steve's Hangouts on our side, generally have a hard time getting in. If I did a switch like that anyway, Steve would probably wonder who the hell replaced my brain. $8,365. It would be 8 and 3 is 11, plus 6 is 17, and 5 more is 22. So that would be a digital root of 4. Well, I can do this. I just have to... I figured it out. The controller's not exactly laid out the same way as the controller. The controller for Nintendo products isn't laid out the same as for an Xbox or Xbox, you should say. Okay, 5 and 6 is 11. They would need a 3. They would need Santa. Yeah, that's usually what I wind up doing when I'm actually in the Hangouts. No, it's just really mine is the really heavy subject material, the really heavy subject material, because we can actually sit here and talk about almost whatever while we play games. So. And we're having a... Yes, I know, you keep behaving, cat. We'll take care of you. Seven, Snake and Junpei are going to 5, and everybody else is going to door 4. Lotus, Santa, June, Ace, and Clover. Because they're going to have a whole lot better time. He does have a panel of knowledgeable people, and I respect them for that. I have my own little panel, and I have the folks that turn up often for chat, and that's good. I'm completely okay with that concept. It's not like I'm really all that interested in running my own little fiefdom, but I kind of like doing my content the way I want to. If that makes any damn sense. Yeah, we'll be careful. And there opens door 5. Let's see, where are we actually going to find ourselves? Because we haven't actually been through this door yet. Like, ever. Well, we'll see. I don't know if we've got 1 or 2 rooms, so it might take us a minute to get through a first one. He's been splattered all over everywhere! That's just gonna make it worse for poor cat. Yeah, Seven, that's annoying. Well, that's good. At least it wasn't clear down the end of the hallway like it wasn't behind door 4. Okay, it stopped. Yes, the little skulls disappeared. Now, let's go. Let's move on, folks. Well, it hasn't yet, so it's probably not going to. The Kete army shall rise! See, we have some of the most fun conversations here because we're not actually, like, trying to be 9 million miles worth of serious. Not being 100 million miles worth of serious actually makes things better somehow. I don't know why. It does. Actually, I'm supposed to click that. There we go. That looks better. Click here and then here, and we can move on. Oh, so we've seen the third and second class cabins, but I haven't seen the first class cabin yet. Have you guys? First class. Oh, wow. Okay, fine. Yes, let's have a look. Ooh, looks dark in there. Lying in the small hallway is a man's body, or at least what was left of it. Okay. No, when you've seen a corpse that's been blown apart, it takes a little bit to get over that. Ew. That's actually not a visual I wanted tonight. Really. Okay. Much as I love Purple Prose as much as the next guy, but damn, you need to lay off. There are his glasses and his bracelet. Well, his bracelet survived. Yes, absolutely. We said 70 first, even though Snake went ahead. Yes, Junpei. Now that you've run away from the number 9 bracelet like an idiot, They're all looking around now. The 7 is the name of one of the characters. He wears the bracelet numbered 7. No, 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 no. You see the, okay, hang on. Might actually get a picture of him here in a minute. Yeah, the really big dude. That's the guy. His name is 7. Or that's what he's calling himself today. Alright, let's have a look. Let's see what's going on over here. That's a bed. That is Snake. He wears the bracelet Mark II. Oh, what's that? Okay. That looks like sheet. That looks like it's going to be something resembling sheet music, and that could turn into some really amusing things later. And notice even the slightest of noises. Now this place is going to creep him the fuck out then. Guess I can hear it happening. Well, okay, so now you're Daredevil. And that's a big claim there, skinny man. How's that saying go again? Yeah. Overconfidence. This will end badly, and you will have no one to blame but yourself. Okay, so what else do I need here? There, nope. Maybe not there, maybe here. Okay. What the hell are you? Okay, so we don't know what this does. So we don't know what that does. Okay, fine. Let's see. Let's go through here. Maybe in here. Oh, that's a bathroom. That's a tub full of water. Well, hold up, what? I was just thinking we might be able to use the water. Use the water how? Okay, fine. If that's the way you want to play it, 7. Okay. Fine. Let's go in here. Oh, we have a note. Is that a note? Oh. At least at some point. Okay. Okay. Let's get a... Yeah, I know. We already got to put out... We got to put the fire out. Probably something in there of importance. Okay, we'll go in here. There we go. Yeah, the world isn't ready for that, really. Snake in the dirt double costume. Holy crap. No, dude. Just no. Alright. Okay. Nope, wrong door. Maybe this one. There you go, that's different. Oh, there's another glass plate. Okay. So I don't know what we're going to do with those just yet. Doop, 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 doop. Alright. Wait. Which? Made of leather color, rich mahogany. Well, that's no fun. What's that? What was the point? What's the point of even being there? Well, probably a million points to it being there. Oh, there's something back there. Splash. Screw off, 7. Not that hard. Jesus, Christ. Okay. Nope. So what the hell is going on here? Yeah, 7, somebody's been fucking with your brain. If I knew that, I wouldn't really be one, would I? Well, that's kind of a smart-ass answer. That was a really stupid question, so I suppose that's okay. That was a while ago. Not usually, no. It does happen occasionally. Oh, good. We're actually not going to get long story sections this time. I'm impressed. Hurry back, Tom. All right. It's this door, I think. Yes, it is. Not that door. There's a piano over here. And looks like a map. I can now use the map screen. Yeah. Okay. And the status glass plates on top of it. But that's the thing that Snake could not reasonably do. Okay. Ba, 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 ba. And I can't think of very many people anywhere that don't know that tune. If I remember right, that's the Bells of St. Mary's, and it's I know a couple of my high schools used it as the bell to dismiss class. Or call class into session, or any 100 other things. Stand, bow, be seated. Ha! Okay. Close encounters to the Sheldrake kind. Ha! Yes, it was. In quite a number of places. Westminster, that's right. That's the chime of Big Ben. Take that out of there so that it gets a little warmer in here. Okay. I have actually seen / heard about it on. I gave it an upvote on Greenlight a while back just because it was that level of squirrely. And yeah, that was actually kind of funny. The other game I was looking at the same time was Human Fall Flat, and that game was just as hilarious for a lot of the same reasons. Oh look, the lights are green. Now there's no bar in the middle. Yes, let's. Yes, the Crocosquirrel knows well of these things. He's gotten a lot more caught up on games since he stopped making videos about bugging the shit out of creationists. All right. Right, Seven. Oh, yeah, Seven might want to come back, but there are 100 reasons you should get back here and have a look at at what's left of the Ninth Man for a start. Or pick up his bracelet in case they need it. And we're on the other side of where door 4 comes out. And no, they don't operate at the moment. There's a thingy in between them. No, I'm not gonna. We're not doing any creationism stuff anytime soon. I don't actually seem to have the patience for it at the moment. Maybe later, like next year later, or the year after that. Let's wait till we get a new crop of like some halfway intelligent creationists. Wait. What am I saying? Ultimate facepalm. How about this? Let's not say we did. That's the Venus key. It's the Venus lock. We need the Venus key for it. Sun, Saturn, Earth. Yeah, well, I don't know what I was thinking. I think my brain just went kind of away for a minute there because intelligent creationist is almost as much of an oxymoron as military intelligence and Microsoft Works. So, it's an oxymoron, excuse me. Let's at least pronounce the word correctly once or twice a week. Seven wandered off. in front of a door. It was a nice, it's a lovely French door. And it's not locked. Well, that's at least something. Oh, well, you'll get through it and then it'll lock. It'll be great. So here's our second puzzle room. And this is the casino we heard about before. Not generally as advertised, Tum Tum. And you and I both know that. And Master Gecko is playing Glass Will again. Probably to test some esoteric thing that he thinks is still broken. Or might actually be broken. Chances are it is. Yep, it locked behind you. Ha! Suckers. Go ahead, give that door a good kick. Put your back into it, Snake. No, there was nowhere left for you to go back there. Alright, go check the room. Well, that was the last thing Microsoft made that actually made any real function at all. Let's have a look at the table. There's a card right here. Playing card. That's the number 5 card. Hello, what are you? Another playing card. This time the 4. There's the 7. I expect we're going to have rather a number of those here in a minute. Whole lot of glasses on that shelf. Nope, nothing else back there though. How about that? We got some booze. We don't know what booze we're talking about there. Now 7's gonna get wasted. No, you have no idea how long it's been there. Nothing. Although generally alcohols like that don't go off, so... Alright. What else is good around here? I'm sure there's more. Stained glass, except that... What's that over here? Okay, there's the number 3 card. So we now have 3, 4, 5, and 7. I can't say that I've ever played Baccarat, but 7 apparently knows how. You guess which one's gonna win. Of course not. Not a proper casino without, well, it's not a proper bar without a good fight or 6 every once in a while. You know, once or twice or 6 times a night. It's all good. Alright, we'll talk to you later, Sam. As far as your other thing, Reaper, I'll have a look at it here in a little bit. I don't know if Reaper's still in or not, but... if you have one. I probably don't have... Okay, so that's the 8 card. What numbers should we get that would total up 9? Let's look. Okay, we only have 4 cards right now. 4 and 5 are... You have to come up with a combination of 3 cards that will come out to 9 using Baccarat rules. And I don't think we have any 3 cards that would do that. Seven and... See, 7 and 5 would be... 7 and 5 would be 12. Oh, we could... No, that would still be 4 cards. Okay. We could make 9, but we wouldn't actually get anywhere with it. Because we only have 3 slots to put cards, and we don't have enough cards. Let's see, what else have we got in here? What have we not looked at yet? Okay, here we go. What are you? Card here. And that is the 8, which will be kind of nice. Okay, click here, and there. Okay, so we have Club, Diamond, Heart, okay. Oh, a coin bag. Are there coins in it? Hope so. Okay, spin the roulette. Club, Diamond, and Heart on this thing, so... Club, Diamond, Heart. Hey! Lucky number 7! Okay, so... Playing card and this key thing. Oh, it's the Venus key. Outstanding. So that'll help. Seven for the win. Yeah. Except that 7 seems to be a very silly creature today. And there's the number 2 card. So I now have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. I still need... Apparently, I would probably... It seems like I would need the 8 and 9, the 8 and 9 cards. And the 8 card was actually behind the... Yeah, okay. It was actually on the Baccarat table back here. So now we have the 2 card. What the hell else would we do? Okay. There's an 8 in the glass case. Right, so we have to come up with at least, so we have to come up with 9. It's the only hand that would work. I know, right? What's up with that? I think Jinpei's taking a pretty good blow to the head, too. Two and 3 is 5, and 4 is 9. And there's the 8 card. Up the section table. We don't need those anymore. Okay, so now what? Let's go over here. Ooh, there's one here marked 9. Playing cards, the Ace of Spades. Okay, so I had to come up with 9. So I have to come up with 9 total. Again. I don't think we have but 3 cards. We don't. So this one goes here. That one goes there. And this one goes here. Now we're out. The first time I tackled that, this is a set of puzzles I actually remember quite well, because it took me more than an hour to get out of this room the first time. Now we're running a little short on time, so. Okay. Okay, here's the Venus symbol. There's the Venus key. So we did all of that just to get the Venus key so we could open this up. That's not a creak, it's a rumble. Thanks, guys. Do not do yourself the embarrassment of underestimating me. Damn, you're an ass, Snake. Fuck off. Hello, Miss Diane. Does Daxter only just now wrap up, or what's going on? I figured he'd be done inside of 10 minutes, but apparently it's been like 3 hours. So how is Lady Diana in a little bit? That's the Mercury symbol. Oh, it's okay, no problem. Which stream did you wind up raiding? Come on, Seven. Oh. Well, on the plus side, Diane, the uncomfortable bit will pass after a while. That's pretty much just going to be a matter of time. Oh! Oh! Damn. Seven, play nice, play nice. Jimmy has to have a brain first. Ah, so what was he playing? I'm sure she does. He was also playing Dead by Daylight. Which reminds me, I haven't actually looked in on that lately. I don't know if it's actually started doing a thing or not. Oh. I haven't looked to see if the patch has gone through yet. No, it's not even listed yet. So I'm guessing it's not going to be up for a little while. Okay, Cat, whatever you say. I know where we are. Let's see, 3, 7, and 8 doors again. And I now have to check something. Okay, right on. Okay, so we're good. Yeah, there's supposed to be a new patch sometime today, and we're gonna get on this. We're going to get on the rest of it here in just a moment. We're actually getting ready to save state, probably wrap it up for tonight, because Cat's actually quite tired. And I'm not exactly at my best either right now. So I think tomorrow, depending on circumstances, I might actually get on a little early. Or I might actually do a second stream earlier in the day to kind of poke around at the to poke around at a few things. Maybe check out the new map, the new survivor, and the new killer on Dead by Daylight. I might do that, or I might save it for tomorrow night, or I might not do it at all. Actually, I'll probably wind up doing Dead by Daylight regardless. I just don't know what else to put with it. Yes, they're numbered doors. And we've seen the backside of 2 of those numbered doors so far, so we've only got 1 more. Tom, play nice. Both of those ladies right there are moderators, and they can pick on you. My reputation. Yes, because you all total 5. Nope. This one doesn't have anything on it. I wonder why. Actually, you are a nice moderator, Diane. Yeah, it's not gonna help. That's not gonna do you any damn good. You should see 3 little asterisks up there, and you don't. Still nothing, of course nothing. Wouldn't have got anything anyway. They're all dead. Alright. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and save our state now, so that we can come back to this on the morrow. So in this way, the kitty can have a nap. Well, the ending is actually quite a distance from here. We've still got some more puzzle rooms to do. Oh yeah? Do tell, Diane. You're gonna get to see that ending, Kitty. Don't worry about it. We got the whole thing with the going and hunting through the rooms thing, and you bleh. So we're actually gonna go. We haven't seen. There's only one of the doors we haven't seen, or we haven't been through yet. We're gonna go through that one later. I'm still waiting for the story there, Diane. And then we're going to do a different door again, so we're going to have some fun. All right. So I think we're going to close out our fun lady here. I still like her. I may have to use her again. All right. Not to worry. We've got loads of time. It's going to take me a little while before I can get everything together to get that to get this capture card to play nice with the PlayStation TV. So we actually will have all sorts of fun. We will have all sorts of fun with that once I can get that bit working. Because at this point, Zero Escape Zero Time Dilemma does not work except on the Vita / PlayStation TV, and unfortunately, we're going to need to work on that's something that we have to do. Go ahead and kill this here real quick because we don't need it anymore. We just saved state, so we're all good. Yes. All right. If you guys like what we're doing here, then do please feel free to go down there, like and subscribe and comment and do all the fun things if you haven't already. Won't be able to comment on this stream for another little while. Got to wait till it finishes. Processing and all that other sort of nifty shit. But down in the description, you will find some links. You can go wander around a bunch of that stuff if you want to. There's a wish list for Amazon that has a bunch of stuff that I thought would actually be helpful. There's a couple links here. There's the Patreon, of course, and a PayPal link that you can use if you want to help us in a little more substantial way. But again, every little bit helps, and that sort of thing comes in really handy. Ignore the Twitch alerts link. I'm probably gonna pull it here sometime soon because I don't know. I'll figure something out with the Twitch alerts link. Don't worry about it for right now. But if you stuck around this long, hey, thank you very much for coming and hanging out with us. It's been a lot of fun as usual. And I, at least, will be back tomorrow about midnight PDT to run some more SquirrelPlay Live. And if I feel the urge, I might just do a stream earlier than that. So we will see what happens. Tomorrow there should be some Dead by Daylight, and I'll see if I can find something to go with it. And of course, after a couple of rounds of Dead by Daylight, just to kind of fill out the nurse and Nia and a few other things, we will go right back to what we were doing just a moment ago. We'll go back to 9 hours, 9 persons, 9 doors. Since we're headed for the safe ending now, and after that we can actually skip probably about 80% of the game, probably about 80% of what we would need to do normally to get to the or all the story clippies anyway, to get to the true ending, up to the point where the coffin ending actually left off. So we're going to see that. All right. And whether or not you guys want to see the axe or knife endings, I'm pretty sure you can guess what those are going to be about. Will be up to you guys. We will deal with that and we will deal with that. I don't. The Sakura games have been declared persona non grata around here. There's actually a couple more Sakura games coming up, and I'm hoping to get my hands on them, Diane. I'm not sure exactly when we're going to see them, but there are 2 of them currently on Greenlight. So if you want to see some more Sakura games, it probably got about 3 weeks after they release after they come out on Steam before they get hammered, and that means we're going to get them probably fairly close to release day if we want to get a chance to play them before the advertisers go, wait a second, fuck off. As far as getting a chance to do some private stuff and maybe run a few of those games, we'll see. I've got a few others that are. I've got a few other games that might interest you. I've got a copy of Sonic Kami up there. running around somewhere. I actually grabbed a copy of Superstar, and we have Love that we could actually do too. So, kind of some other. Just a question of what. Um, I've got some more pointy clicky sort of adventure games. I think we might actually go with Morningstar Descent to Dead Rock tomorrow early, before we do the Dead by Daylight, because that's actually not supposed to be a really long game. Uh, After that, yeah, I'll let you guys know how the end of the beginner's guide went when I actually do the review on it. It's one of those that I'll probably be able to finish up in about another hour or so. If I skip through the first 10 chapters, I should have it done before long. Alright. So, with that, I'm going to say good night, good luck, and let's make games fun again.